Hey y'all, this is David from the Georgia Photographer, and what I want to do is talk about photography ain't about the equipment as much as it is about the photographer. The whole point of photography is the creative. I don't want people to get the wrong impression. I like gear as much as the next guy. Gear is cool. You know, I would like to have the latest camera. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I'll preach about how you shouldn't buy the newest camera in my videos, but who doesn't want it? I mean, everybody wants the newest equipment and the best equipment. So that's normal. What you have to do though is learn to use what you have. Learn to use what you have first. Then move out of that comfort zone and push yourself and try to do things with your gear that you don't think is possible. Then once you've gotten past that, then upgrade your equipment, because then it won't hold you back anymore. But that's why you see me using my Sony a7 II so much with manual focus lenses on a manual adapter. I'm trying to get better at seeing the image focusing the image myself, because sometimes the camera doesn't choose the focus point I want it to choose. Also, I want to be able to get out into areas where there's, for instance, out in these forested areas here, where there's lots of focus targets, and the camera really doesn't know what I want to focus on if I'm not shooting people and it can't do face detection or whatever. And it's much easier for me to focus the camera myself and get what I want in focus than it is for the camera to try and figure it out and me get 30 missed shots of it focusing on tree branches. It's just that simple. The whole concept of upgrading the equipment to make you a better photographer it's not completely a fallacy. It's somewhat of one. People will tell you equipment don't matter, and I said it earlier in this video, but it does a little. I mean, you gotta at least have a camera to be a photographer, so equipment matters somewhat. It's just, you don't let it define you, I think is what I'm trying to say. If you think you can't take good pictures without the latest body, then what you're gonna end up with is mediocre shots, because you're not going to try to apply yourself. Wind noise again. But if you work with your equipment that you have to get the best possible shot you can get, I think the wind's blowing around my arm now. I don't think equipment defines a photographer, but that's my point, is don't let your gear hold you back from trying to make great photos. Make the best photos you can make with the gear you have. Let's just enjoy the hobby as a hobby and not stress over why you don't have eye detect autofocus and auto continuous tracking and all of that. It don't matter. What matters is if you're taking photos you like. I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna get some pictures. Let's do this. I'm going down to take a picture of a creek I shot this image of earlier today, and I'm going to see if I can't get a better one of it with the light reduced so that I can get some good motion blur on the water. I basically scouted it while I was out here in the boulder field. So here we go. Okay, what I'm doing here is I've set up my Sony on the tripod. I've got my new Manfrotto tripod, and I've got it set for 10 seconds, ISO 100, f/22. As you can see, there is still a little bit of sky up here. So the sky is kind of making things still a little bit bright. As the evening sets in, I'll pull that aperture back some. But for right now, at f/22, it's actually looking pretty darn good. And I've been trying to get this shot for about 5 or 6 test shots. I've been moving the camera around. I've got it actually in the water slightly now to get the camera close enough with the 28mm lens to get the shot I want. So let's take a few more and let's see what we got. Always take more than one, because you never know if the one you take last is the one you want or if it's the second one. So always take more than one shot. Let's do this. So if you like my video and you want to see more of this content, just hit that subscribe button down there. And if you want to know when the videos drop, hit the little bell. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You know how they say it. The young kids now call it a solid. You know, we called it doing us a favor. You know, whatever. Do me a solid. But if you did, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll see y'all soon. Goodbye.